welcome on back. Godem here. Hey buddies, Valheim, but more importantly, herd only stream number 5. Yes, herd only stream number 5. Looking forward to this. I think our plans today in Valheim is just to do a little bit of hunting. Got some videos to watch, couple trailers. We can do Wordle. We can do Quirtle. We can do Quirtle now. But yeah, just kind of hang out. Like I say, a little hunting, a little farming. See what we got going on. But in case you were watching this in the future, yes, this is a herd only stream. So that means members on YouTube and subs on Twitch. And generally, I think the way we're gonna kind of have this play out also is this is every single Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Also, I'll have this video will go live on Sunday mornings, I think that's gonna be the plan. Goes live on Sunday mornings. Because what I've noticed from a couple of the last ones, because we're watching some trailers and getting some things going on in there, we do get some music that gets copyrighted. And I gotta take that out. So that all takes time. So that's why I'm thinking we can eventually have this go live for the mass public, for everyone on Sunday. I think that's kind of the plan. I think that kind of works out. That gives me time in case you watch multiple videos, because basically what I'm doing is taking out the music or maybe muting the entire video during that. It depends on what the options are available, but it takes time. It doesn't happen lickety split. And you can only do one at a time. So like last week's, we had 2 videos, 2 songs that were like that. And I had to, do it 2 separate days because it just takes time. So yeah, I think that's the plan for that. So just going forward, just so you know, heads up, FYI, that's what we're looking at. Now, let's kind of take a look. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know, maybe some of you are not familiar with Valheim. This is a great game. Absolutely loving Valheim. Good stuff. So let's go. Let's start off with a little farming / hunting. If we can get some, hunting, that'd be awesome. We need food. So this would be a great time to kind of catch up on food that is out there. Now another thing though is I should be live on Kick also. I figured we'd use this as a test for Kick. And again, I seem to be having my same issues. Airlord in the video, please try again. Where it just plays for a couple minutes and then it stops. I do not understand Kick at all, man. I don't understand it at all. We kind of reload back into the app. Oh, maybe now. Let's get it moving, see if we got something. But I'm hoping, oh yeah, so that's also part of the update is, oh no, it is just not steady on Kick, man. I cannot get a steady stream. Cannot get a steady video on Kick. Petra. Hey Petra, how are you doing? What up, Hey buddies. Petra, good to see you. Although that might still be, I don't know. I'm checking the Kick thing. I don't know, man. I don't know if Kick is gonna happen, man. I just don't know it. Petra, how are you doing today? So once again, the other thing I don't quite understand is, although this is not a YouTube thing. Oh, are these ready? Oh, they're healthy but not ready. Okay. So we're not ready to pick those. All right, so there's no farming to be done right now anyways. So let's bring that back. We have to wait for that stuff. But let's go ahead and get you back though, so we can do some hunting maybe. You're doing well? I'm always good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I am going to keep the Kick thing up for right now, but yeah, it's not smooth and I have to work. So that's part of one of the updates is internet should be officially done, fixed. Looking good. We should be good on internet. So we have 900 up, 900 down. So we're looking good with internet. I also do want to I need to get my bow skill up. Petra, I tried Wordle the other day. It's a different beast. Wordle is a different beast. That is for sure. So obviously first time, not for sure what I'm doing, right? You know, but I think the strategy is, because what I noticed is I kind of focused on one word, one panel, and then all of a sudden when I got that, I was like, oh, we're so far down, and I was like, all right, got all these other panels that we got a little bit, but I kind of lost track of. So it seems like the strategy is kind of, you can maybe focus on one, but then you need to kind of be focusing on whatever you have the most letters for, right? That's what it kind of seems like. But it was fun. It's fun. So I thought we could play some Wordle and Quordle here today also. Yeah, it's a different beast though. It's a different beast. It's a different mindset. At least that's what it seems like. All right, so that's all that. Yeah, I thought we'd do, instead of grounded today, I thought we'd do some Valheim, because I do need to get some farming going. I do need to get some hunting going. But again, just kind of, you know, our herd only being a little more laid back, and having fun. But so I got kind of sidetracked 3 times there, as in saying I still don't understand. But again, this is not a YouTube thing. This is a Caster Labs thing, I believe. That although I am a member to my own, the only way I could see this stream and the YouTube chat at all is I have to have the YouTube stream up on my iPad so I can see the chat on iPad. I had to purchase my own membership to my own channel, which is fine. I'm not against it. I mean, that's fine, because I do get a portion of that back, which is always kind of interesting. So I had to do that. But I still don't, and again, I think it's a Caster Labs thing. Still don't get access to the chat through OBS by using Caster Labs. So yeah, there's that. Today's Quordle was tricky. Whoa. I mean, it's already tricky to begin with, right? We are on wood arrows, right? Yes, we are. Yeah, I've got a couple trailers to watch. Once again, we love the trailers. I love the trailers. They're fun to watch. So we'll dive into those at some point. And then we'll go through Discord. There's a couple new games that were suggested. We can watch those trailers, and then we also have some new Valheim posts. So I think that was another reason why it's like, let's get a little Valheim going today. In case some people are not familiar with it, also we do have a couple posts to kind of go through, and they're just some photos, but they're cool photos. Cool photos for sure. Your technique failed you today. Oh, maybe it's a scenario where my ignorance will pay off. Because I don't know what I don't know, right? Maybe that's will be the thing today. I just don't know what I don't know. Let's start off with a little hunting. I think we're actually we'll head over to base 3 also real quick to get some hunting. But Petra, what have you been playing over the past week? What's the mainstay you've been playing? Let's see. Let's run around the horn and put some stuff away first. Also, another reason for this today is in case anyone is not aware, the Call to Arms update is now officially live for everyone, from what I heard. Black Sheep Dev was telling us in last night's stream that it went live last night. So make sure you're getting on that. The tar and the money need to go away. And the mushrooms. Oh, and we need to eat. We need some food. Grounded and pray, but some days I struggle with melancholy and doom scroll all day. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. How are you liking Prey though? That's awesome that you're still playing that. Richard just finished Prey the other day, which is again awesome. Awesome to see. And of course, that's what YouTube is all about, right? You come across some games, you might follow somebody, but you come across some games that you're like, oh, I had no idea. That looks pretty cool. Let's check it out. And that happened with Roland and on Vane just the other day. Vane is an amazing, man, Vane is crazy good. Crazy good. If you guys have not checked out Vane, go check out the first 2 streams and then come and join us on the next streams, the future streams of Vane. That game is crazy good, man. And to think it's only 2 developers making that game is insane. Absolutely insane. Let's get over to 3 and do some hunting. Pretty fun. You taking a bit of a break from Prey? Yeah, I can see that. I mean, there's a lot going on in Prey. There's a lot going on. For sure. You know what? I think I'm about to cut this kick. I gotta look into this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and cut kick real quick. Why do it if it's gonna look horrible like that? And then I can bring up Twitch. Well, also not only that, but I can also, you know what? Instead of that, I'll just bring up my my notes for today. My notes. So Petra, were you even familiar with Prey before we played it? Oh no, we did get him. Nice. It's almost too long. It can be a lengthy game, that's for sure. Like I said, there's a lot going on. But that's what I love about it. And I love the lore of that game, man. All the emails, all the things to read, to learn about the people. I don't know, man. Like I said, that game checks pretty much every single box for me. I love the hub type games where you're just one area, you got to work your way through, and that's partly why I'm loving Abiotic, man. Abiotic is the same way. It's partly why I'm like, it's got a great story so far. I mean, there's a lot. I don't know. We'll see how the story ends up and how well it's tied together. But it's got some seemingly great lore, a lot of weird stuff. But it's awesome. And you were not familiar with it. Okay, nice. And yeah, being on Game Pass, right? So it is on Game Pass. So if anyone happens to have Game Pass, you get it for free. And I actually got it on Steam for $6, but I don't think it's $6 anymore on Steam, unfortunately. One of your friends also streams on TikTok and gets tons of traffic and exposure there. Yeah, I'm looking at different things, obviously, right? So the thing with TikTok that it doesn't scare me, but my issue with TikTok is half the time it won't even let me log in. That's why I've kind of stopped putting up shorts on TikTok, because it won't let me log in. It's like X. For whatever reason, I just can't log in. It says It's, I don't know what the exact terminology. It's been a bit, but it's just something similar like suspicious activity, can't log in, and then but there's no way to change a password or to verify. So I don't know, man. I got to look into that again also. But then also that brings in a different element of the vertical streaming too, which I'm not set up for vertical as of yet. Because then once you go vertical, if you're going to do TikTok, then you might as well do YouTube Shorts also at the same time, right? And I don't know about Facebook. Is Facebook vertical also? I don't know about Facebook. Man, we need more boar than deer. Yeah, I'm not sure about Facebook or any of that stuff. I've got a Facebook, but I have not been on there in 8 years, except for maybe 3 times. No social media besides Discord. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't even have Discord. So I'm with you. Oh, let's grab all these. Nope. Oh, feathers. Ah, he took off. Boom. Very unhealthy relationship with Facebook. I think a lot of people do, just most people don't acknowledge it. But I think that's social media in general, right? I don't know if that's exclusive simply to Facebook. Because it's just so easy to doom scroll, isn't it? So easy. Boom, 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 boom. And then, so one of the trailers I want to watch today, the trailer for a game that comes out at the end of this month that we're going to be streaming. So I want to watch that trailer, and we'll get to it in a bit. And then also, I mentioned, I think last week, and I did it a little bit, I need to get better at doing like just the I don't want to say random, but like a general Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube post of, hey, looking for a game that's kind of like this? Check out this. I have this playthrough on the channel, this playlist on the channel. Check it out, because with over 2,500 videos, and a lot of people just coming in now, right? There's a lot to look through, and so many people are not going to do that, but just to make people aware of what's on the channel, right? So I need to be doing a little bit better job of that, and I did do that for Indiana Jones before we did the Indiana Jones DLC. So I think I need to be doing more stuff like that also, just to make sure people are aware of what we got going on out there. I think we can drop those. Because there's a ton. There's a lot, and there's even more coming up, which is crazy. All right, let's head back to base 1. Although it looks like there might be a shiny over here that he didn't pick up, maybe? Let's head back to base 1. We'll get some cooking, but I really, you know what? I really wanted more boar than deer. We got way more deer than boar. Also, a quick heads up for those who are watching in the future. If you're not currently a member, so again, these are herd-only streams that go on Wednesday. So this is for members of YouTube and subs of Twitch. But currently, since we just got to affiliate level on Twitch, I cannot do sub only on Twitch as of yet. I need to stream 90 exclusive unique days as an affiliate before I can do that. So there's a little bit of time before that can happen. So in the meantime, if you're if you're watching this in the future, not a member on YouTube or a sub, these are the Twitch is full wide open for everybody for about probably another 80 days or so. So if you're not a member or sub, feel free to head on over to Twitch if you got an account there or set one up, and you can watch these live every Wednesday with all the members. Oh, there's another bear. There's another bear. Let's do this. But once we do get that capability, it will be going sub only. So, but at least you can check it out, see what it's all about, partake in the fun live, instead of having to wait till Sunday. Let's go over to you. Oh no, I put the wrong thing away. I put the wrong thing away. There we go. There we go. Can we do this with it? Oh yeah, we can. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. And the main reason I'm doing that currently, because I know it's not fair for the current members on YouTube, to be paying for that and then have that, but because we do have subs on Twitch who are not members on YouTube, and I certainly don't want to exclude them. So yeah, that's why we're doing that. I do want the bear paw though. All right, let's go ahead and drop these. Got the paw. Got the paw. Got the paw. All right, now I think we can head on back. Petra, you got any big plans for the rest of the week or the upcoming weekend? I mean, it's hard to believe it's Wednesday already, isn't it? Cannot believe it's already Wednesday. That's crazy. These herd-only streams, they crop up fast, man. I don't think we have anything we can do on there right now. We should go around the horn back over here first real quick. Why am I hearing bees? Why was I hearing bees inside? Nice. Probably just lawn care. Wait a minute. Weren't you doing lawn care last week also? You cut the front yard and was holding off on the backyard? Wasn't that a thing last week? Lawn care doesn't stop though. So I know, I get it. Lawn care does not stop. That's one of the nice advantages to being in an apartment. You don't have to worry about that stuff. Now, like I said last week though, it is fun. Those first few lawn mowings is a blast and it feels great. But then once it starts getting hot, not so much. And then it just becomes tedious. What was over here? Okay. So that's gonna go there. Also, let's put that there. The berries go back up in there. I want to be making. Can we do any wolf? Any skewers? I don't think we have any onions. Yeah, I don't think we have any onions. Which that's got me also thinking and or remembering that I think these need to go over here. So we can't do the wolf skewers. What about jerky is meat and honey. Do have some of that. So we do need to grab some of this honey, actually. Edge a mow again, spray weeds in the driveway crack. Yep, I mean, that's just, it never stops. It never stops. I think all these are empty. Oh, we still have some stuff going on in there, though. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We'll bring the stack on over. But how's it going in G2 for you, Petra? Like, what are you working on? Are you trying to like craft everything type scenario? All right, so let's grab those back. Oh, darn it, I cannot. There we go. Let's grab some of these wolf skewers. Or wolf jerky. We're gonna make some wolf jerky. I don't think we need to make them all, because that gives us 14. I think that's pretty good for now. There we go. What else do we want to try to be making? Don't have any onions for that. Could do some boar jerky, but I think I'd rather do sausages. So we need thistle and entrails. Thistle and entrails. I know we got some back in here. Watch some speedrunners trying out their pathing. Oh, nice. Very cool. So, was it that game or... Ooh, just the other day someone was saying they watched somebody beat one of the games we've been playing in like 30 minutes. Let's do this. There we go. This will enter. Oh, actually, we need to keep those. All right, what button am I? Why am I not getting? the control? It's control. All right. It's control for that. And then the boar meat. Get some of those sausages going. Got it down to sub 15 minutes. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. All right, that's all that. Hey Petra, if you wouldn't mind, if you could throw that into Discord at some point, I'd definitely like to check it out, and that could be something we check out maybe next week on the herd only. I need to get in the habit of calling it the herd only. But that'd be something to check out, especially if they're kind of that short. That'd be really interesting to watch. Grab a night's sleep, and then we'll grab this night's sleep. We'll put our food away, and then I think we'll hop into some Wordle and Quirtle. How do you feel about that? Let's hop into some Wordle and Quirtle. And then tonight's stream, we are getting back into Abiotic Factor. And dude, we got into an area last night in Abiotic. Whoa, 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 whoa! It is good. Yeah, definitely feel free to share any of that on the Grounded channel in Discord. 100%. That's what that stuff's there for. Okay, so I like to try and keep this somewhat kind of organized, but it's getting a bit hard to do so. So you have so many random things going on here. Let's go ahead and grab those back. Boom. I think that works. I think that works. All right. Let's go ahead and grab, let me pull up. Boom, boom, boom. Let me pull up Wordle. Bring that on over. And let's see what we do. Let's see. So obviously the goal always in this is to get this within, at least for me. I don't know if this is the way most people think, but to get it within the first 3 guesses is kind of my goal, at least. Petra, is that like a thing? Is that like a common thing to get it in the first 3? I would kind of think so, because at least you're in the top half that way, right? You're in the top half that way. And I usually tend to go with one word, and then just kind of start with that one word for quite a while. Maybe deviate it up a bit. But I don't do anything like like look up to see what the best word to start is, because it has so many, like the best variations or whatever. I don't do anything like that. So we're gonna go back with what we started last week, is chase. That's what we started off with, and ooh, we got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing at all. How about, since we're playing Valheim, we go with Flint? Oh, that's not Flint. Whoa, all right. All we got is 1. So that makes me think maybe a T. TRU, trunk. Can't be trunk. How about trout? I don't mind using 2 letters. I do try to limit that. Trout. How about Uh, See, I would like to do Trove, but we know that can't be it. I think I'm going to go with Trout. See what we get with Trout. All right, not bad, not bad, not bad. It can't end with TH. What about something like, what does that get us? Not seeing anything there. Oh, how about pout? Oh, it can't be pout. Oh, pout-y? Nice. Nice. There we go. There we go. We got that one in 4. And we'll share that onto Discord. Everyone see. Oh, that's not it. So everyone sees that result there. Boom. And Petra, what did you get it in? You got it in. Let's see. Oh, you're gonna post it today, which is fine. Which is fine. I didn't know if you did or not. So how many tries did you get it in today, Petra? And let's bring Quirtle back. Let's bring Quirtle on over. Get Quirtle. The screen is a little weird. I wish there was not so much space in between here. I want this to kind of come down here a little bit. Can I make this a little bit bigger for you guys? Oh yeah, that works. That works. You got the Wordle in 4. Okay. All right. Impressive. Nice. So I think we're going to start with the same. Okay. Shoot. I mean, this is just so brutal. It's such a different way of thinking. Oh no! All right, that's yeah. All right, that's that. That's what I wanted. All right, so that's fine. There's no U at all. Might be able to do. So we know an A. We know an A is not in this spot, so that's probably not very smart. But I kind of want to go with. I kind of want to go with an A right there. Huh. How about we tried an A here? What could we do with cave? Caver? Cavill? Cavin? Caved? Caved is not a word. How about? See, all my main initial thoughts always bring a letter and then A being the third, and we know these have A's, but we also it doesn't necessarily start with a C over here either. I'm just going off of this, so I'm learning a whole new strategy here, man. I don't have a clue as to what the best strategy is, other than right now, starting with something that we have. coat. Still has the A right there, though. See, I went back to that, and I know I don't need to be hung up on that, but I do tend to get hung up on certain things. How about clean? How about clean? I think I like that. Okay, so we did get the E on this one. We got the C and the E here. We know this ends with an N. So maybe we see what we can do with this. We know A is not any of these two. So an A would be one of these. So we need an A there. So basically what we're looking at is we need an A here. And then something, something, N. And then this C, well, it could start with an A. It could start with an A. And then the C, so it's probably not going to be an AC. It's probably not going to start AC. So kind of focusing on this one because we have 3 letters here with 1 known, and we only have 2 letters here, but both are known. So if it was to be AC, then boom, boom, N. Acorn? What about acorn? Okay. All right. All right. So we already know the C and the E, so but we do know there's an R here now in this word. It's not cream because the A's already there. I kind of like what we're looking at here. But the thing I did notice yesterday when I did this is it's easy to get lost, as in you get focused on one and then you get all the way down here and there's like, oh, we had 3 letters in the right spot here, right? You know? It's easy to get lost. So we know this does not start with an A or C. So the C has to be either one of these two, and the A needs to be this one. So this has to be an A. So it has to be an X, A, and then something C, N, or C something N. Or that. Tack in, tack on, tack on. Whackin', whack on. Packin', pack on. Bacon. What about bacon for that? Boom. All right, we got our first letter there, or first word right there. We got our first word right there. We know this starts with a C. And feeling anything down here, we only got 1 known and only 2 letters. Only 2 letters, no known. So I think we come back to the C. We know E's there. We know there's not an A. I mean, it could be something like Creed. CRE. Crew, no. I tend to do this also from time to time. Crept. Crept. At least it's not two E's. Yeah, we didn't gain anything there. Down here, well, other than we did confirm the R goes there. That's the only thing we confirmed we gained there. Here we do have two positions, and there's an A, or I'm sorry, and an N. But this N could be anywhere, man. So it could be, we could be looking at an X, A, X, N, T. Or A, N, X, T. Or NAXXT. Don't think I'm feeling any of those. Let's take a look at this. So if we know, how about a P? Now we know we have an E. The E could only be in this spot. Power? No, there's no R. Power. Yeah, I don't think it's power. How about up in here? I'm tempted to try Creed on this one. Tempted to try Creed up in here. Here we can have, I mean, this could be a... Could end with an O. Pimo. Nah, I'm not feeling that one either. It can't end in E. I'm still kind of feeling the P-O. No, there's no R. There's no T. Poker? No, there's no R. Po. I keep wanting to say prove on this one, but that's not a thing. Povum, not feeling that. Dude, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with for time's sake. I think I'm gonna throw up a Creed. All right, so it was Creed. Wow, it actually was Creed. That got us a letter down here known. Do we have we have two over here. The E and O, man, that's tough with an E and an O. That's really tough. Because those can be literally anywhere. Well, now possibly the E. We got the spot for the E. So, but we also know there's a P. How about? Dopey? All right, we got dopey. I would have not expected that word to work. So now we have, what, 2 chances to complete this one? So it's an X, A, X, X, T. We know there's an N somewhere. I feel like this could be an NT. These are the only 3 letters, though. These are the only 3 letters. A T, an A, and an N. I don't know how we go from an A to an int. So maybe it starts with an N. T. How about an NAIXT? I don't know how we get there. Don't know how we get there. NAU? Makes me think nautical, but obviously that doesn't work. Obviously that doesn't work. How about if we put the N here? Oh, that feels like a little of something like minute, minut, finute, finut, ganut, ganut, minute, wanut, wanit, wanit, manit. No, that feels a little something now. How about an IT? First thought there was bandit, but that's too many letters. Wanit, wanit, fanit, fonit, ganit, gonit. Manit, monit, vanit. X and T. Gaunt, gaunt, gaunt. Oh, it's not gaunt. It is taunt. Oh, it wasn't taunt. Jaunt. Oh, I thought for sure. Jaunt. It was jaunt. Oh my. Bummer, 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 man. Let's throw that on up. Oh man, I didn't even. You know what? Taunt came so fast that I just didn't think of any other. I didn't think of any other option. I didn't think of any other option as soon as taunt came up. As soon as taunt came into my head. But I did pause for a half a second thinking, are there two T's? I did vaguely think that. The other thing, I think, didn't the keyboard, so this is where the keyboard got me a little bit too. Because we had the T, the A, the UNT, all of those were highlighted, right? And then those being highlighted made me think it was taunt also. I decided you're only going to post impressive scores rather than daily. Hey, however you feel like doing it, Petra, that's quite fine. Pretty good regardless, toughies. Yeah. I mean, jaunt is pretty tough. Anytime there's a double letter is always tough, right? Anytime a letter's reused is always tough. Because at least I do. I tend to go in with the mindset that there's not going to be a double letter, right? Because you don't want to get hamstrung, or you don't want to just initially be thinking everything's a double letter. Oh, but that was a lot of fun though, man. That was a ton of fun. I like that. I like it a lot. Boom. All right, let's throw that back on over. Let's also go through, let me check my notes here real quick. You know what, since I've got Discord up, let's go ahead and bring that on over. And let's take a look at, I know Roland had posted these photos from it within Valheim. Just yesterday, took a break from regressing to clean up his base, which was quite fun to do. So I'm going to continue cleaning up messes I left around in my world. I think I'm mostly done now at my current base. Next will be previous one, which is now a farm I added that as a bonus pick. Look at what Roland has done here. Look at this. Look how cool this entryway is. Looks like he's got a little hot tub over here. Entryway, it looks like there's probably going to be some stairs here, and then leading, I'm assuming this leads on up into like a gazebo type area. Very cool. What has he got going on down here? I know that's bread. I know that's a wolf skewer. I don't have a clue what that thing is. I don't know what this thing is either. Craziness. It is beautiful stuff, for sure. This one was, all right, there we go. Loading a little slow, but all right. Look at the stairs. So this is the type of stuff I love to do. Try and do from multiple directions leading into one, and then boom, leading back in. Looks like there might be, maybe that's not an entry, because I think Roland's the one the other day that showed he likes to do this with walls, a flat wall, and then give it a little depth by putting something like this on the outside of the flat wall. So I'm thinking that's what that is. So he's got stairs all the way down. He's got the blocks building up, then boom, either direction, boom, up into there, and then back on in. Nice. Well done, Roland. And then this is, I believe it looks like it's probably from within. So this might have been the entryway we looked at earlier, potentially. Boom. He's got his onions out there. I can see he's got the onions are growing. I like that. And then this is from atop. Oh, and then I love this roof. I'm thinking this is the tar roof. Although it actually kind of also looks like the feather roof from Grounded, right? Doesn't it? Looks like the feather. But I think this is the tar. I really love the black and brown. Love the black and brown, but Yeah, so here's that entryway again. It almost looks like something out of like feudal Japan or something like that, doesn't it? Center building, stairs leading on up into that. Couple buildings on the outside. This looks really interesting back here. Not sure what's going on there, but that looks pretty cool. That looks really cool. But yeah, well done, Roland. Well done, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for the share on that. I don't think we have anything newly shared on Grounded since JB shared this. Has anybody tried this yet? Has anybody done this? Of doing the sap collectors on the pine walls. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting and kind of cool. Obviously the big question is, are they gonna keep that? Are they gonna allow that? Suggested. So we got a couple new suggested. We checked out Astromedica last week. We checked out Haste. So we got 3 new suggested games, or at least 3 new links to games. So let's go ahead and check these out. Petra, you have not tried that. Feels like cheating though. Feels like it could be. That's why I don't know if they're gonna keep it. But I guess until they don't. And James. Hey James. James, sorry I was not paying attention during the Wordle and Quirtle. I was avoiding chat during Wordle and Quirtle, so I apologize, James. But James, hey buddy, how are you doing? It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. I love that. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. And then nice depth. Yeah. So, but James, welcome on in, buddy. Good to see you. So Outer Worlds, I know I played this back in the day. I never finished it. We know Outer Worlds 2 is coming up soon. Like ASAP soon. But let's go ahead and check this out in case someone is not aware of the Outer Worlds. So let's give it a quick watch. It is a cool game. It's made by Obsidian, so the same company that does Grounded, right? They did Grounded. They did Fallout New Vegas. So this is all the same company. Why did it stop playing? Yeah, it stopped playing. What's going on?
Do you dream of working on the frontier of space? Are you searching for exciting off-world opportunities?
What? Why is it not? It doesn't seem to want to work well. It's not plane friendly. It feels like it's something to do with the going full screen. Let me pull up. Let me pull up that. What is it? Is it just? It's probably just Outer Worlds trailer. Let me pull it up separately. Outer Worlds. Oops. I'm going to go 1 trailer so we don't get all over the place. Let's see if this helps. Looks like it's a bit of a different trailer, but still.
Look who it is. The stranger that came out of nowhere and now has everyone talking. Some people want you to be a savior.
It definitely has Fallout vibes.
Beacon of hope. Those people clearly haven't met you yet.
And there's a bit of comedy going along with it, which is kind of interesting.
Here we go.
It's a pretty game, that's for sure. Also, it's got a lot going for it. I don't know why I stopped. To be honest with you, I don't know why I stopped.
So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap.
remember, no matter what happens out here, it'll all be your fault.
Boom.
Good luck.
So it's not quite open world. It's semi-open world. So think of like when we watched. So again, that's for Outer Worlds 1. That's Outer Worlds 1, not 2. But think of like when we played not Fallout, but Atomfall. How Atomfall was not open world. It was semi-open world with its different regions. You had to go to them, and then you just kind of load it in. But once you got in, it was kind of, you know, an open world type area map for that. But since we're doing this, since we just saw this, we might as well watch a Outer Worlds 2. Why not? Here's an Obsidian gameplay trailer 8 months ago. This one's 3 months ago. 11 days ago. It's many a true nerd. All right, let's go with the Obsidian from 3 months ago. It's most recent. It's only 3 minutes long. Has anybody played the Outer Worlds?
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come
So again,
to our
same
community
feel.
bogged down in
The artistic
political
style is
warfare.
pretty cool.
We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this
Well, that didn't go
must
well
be
for him.
wiped
At
from
least
the
I don't
face of
think.
existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
A little bit of tongue-in-cheek humor, which is cool. I mean, I gotta think this has got to be a great game. Now, I think I have seen a couple videos where there's some people that are might be like worried about how good this is actually going to be. I don't know, man. I didn't watch the video, so I couldn't really say for sure. If that was even what they were saying, but you know how clickbait videos can be at times. So yeah, once again, same group, or not the same group, but the same company that made the Groundeds.
The cost may be high. One day, I know you'll be mine.
And that hero is you?
Perhaps I'll own two. For now, I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and burning for you.
Boom. Remember the last one was October 25th. This is October 29th, so this is Halloween basically.
Celebrate the beauty of capitalism by pre-ordering today. Play
The
it
beauty
day
of
one
capitalism.
with
See,
Game Pass.
you got a little bit of that humor. I like it. So James played the Outer Worlds and the Outer Wilds around the same time. So yes, James, I do remember that being a thing and me being majorly confused between those two games. Outer Worlds, Outer Wilds, what the heck's going on here? I luckily when I did play the Outer Worlds, I did actually buy the right game. Although there was a high probability that I was not going to buy the right game, but I did do it. I did pull that one off with no issues. All right, let's get this stuff on back. So that is. Actually, you know what? Let's bring this back on because we have a couple more games to take a look at. So that was suggested by Black Sheep. So Black Sheep, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that suggestion. And again, the future when you guys recommend a game that you like. So not only is this a great resource for me because it is under the channel suggested games to play. Not only is it a great resource for me, and it helps me if you put a link to either the trailer or somebody playing it on YouTube, but this is a great resource for anybody within the community, right? If they're looking for something new to play, then they can come here and take a look to see what you guys are suggesting. So that's part of making sure that this is all a community for everybody. And it looks like it's 75% off right now. So yeah, Black Sheep, thank you, buddy. Thank you for posting that on up in there. The next one we got, you know what, before we jump into the next one, I need to turn on my fan again. I've been horrible at turning on my fan, so give me literally 12 seconds. All right, we are back. So much confusion. Oh, I'm sure there had to have been tons of confusion at that time. I was confused, that's for sure. Now, I've never played the Outer Wilds, so I don't really know what it's about. I know it was a pretty popular game, but yeah, very, very, very confusing. Okay, next, Lunacy suggested Heat Death Survival Train. What the heck is this about, Lunacy? Are we having issues again? Is this a Discord? Is this a Discord issue? Because it seems like it's an expanding issue because it's playing fine there. All right, let's come back. Let me look this up again. We'll come back over here. We'll look up. What was it? It was called Heat Death Survival Train. Oops. Buttons. How do they work? Survival Train. Boom. Get that on up. Let's go ahead and check here also. All right. So let's see. What do we want to take a look at? So is there one that's by the devs? I don't know. Don't know who made. Oh, here's gameplay trailer right here.
Hello and welcome to Heat Death, a sci-fi survival game where you explore a frozen planet with your train. You'll build your own train to survive this hostile frozen world. But first,
interesting.
you need to gather resources, craft items, and unlock train modules. Now you can build your train as you wish. Start by constructing structural elements such as walls and floors, then install more functional modules such as engines, power generators, fabricators, and many more.
So it reminds me a little bit of, slightly like Raft, right? Reminds me of Raft a little bit. And then what was the game? There was a game that came out, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Was it Void? Or Void something or something Void, where you were on a train and you kept going on these tracks like through like a sci-fi outer space type deal, and then you'd hop off, float in space, I think, get resources, come back, and then build up your train. I can't remember what that was. I watched some people play that. It's kind of interesting, but that's what this reminds me of.
Once your train is ready, you can explore the world. You will discover various locations such as mountain ranges, frozen lakes, caves, and outposts where you can find loot, unlock equipment, and uncover the fate of humanity. The best part is, you can take your base with you. But surviving this world is not easy. Your first and most challenging enemy in Heat Death is the environment itself. You have to keep warm during snowy storms by creating and upgrading your train, or by taking shelter inside other buildings. That's not all though. You will also face various enemies that want to attack and destroy your train. You can either build defensive modules such as autocannons, shields, and friendly drones to fight back, or make your train fast enough to outrun them. If you're interested in Heat Death, you can download a free demo on Steam.
Void Train, this is it.
List right now.
That's it right there. Void Train was the game I was thinking of. That reminded me of. Raft but on rails, interesting. Yeah, probably I'm guessing there's fewer sharks, although you never know, right? You never know. Yeah, there you go, Petra. You got it. Void Train. Yeah. And then I just saw it. So I think you probably put it in there before I saw it at the end of the video. Yeah. So there's that Heat Death Survival Train. Looks pretty interesting. So again, Lunacy, thank you for sharing that with us. And then Lunacy also threw up 30 days on a ship. It seems like Lunacy likes to be stuck on vehicles. Seems like Lunacy likes to be stuck on vehicles. 30 days on ship. Let's look this one up here real quick. 30 days on a ship. Is there a legit trailer? This might be it. Yeah, it says trailer. Duh. That's how it works. Oops. Castaway. There's your sharks. Now this looks like Raft Extreme. Use everything you find to survive. I think the graphics look pretty good. Oh, uh-oh. How do you get on? Oh, swimming time. Whoa, look at that. Unbridled ocean. Whoa. Easy, fella. Back on off. Easy, fella. That looks pretty interesting also. Let's go ahead and give that a like. And then I think I forgot to give the other one a like. What do you guys think of that? That looks pretty interesting.
Hello and welcome to...
Let's give that a like also. I failed to do that in both instances. Well, actually, I guess technically only the second one, or the first one that I failed to do that. Because we got the first one. And then it looks like Malsey wasn't asking, it was just a PC game, and Lucy thinks it is. Yeah, that looked pretty interesting. That looked really interesting. But yeah, by all means, dude, people, hopes, peeps, guys, all, y'all, everyone, keep these coming, man, because these are fun to watch. These are fun to check out. Everything that's put on here, I'll definitely consider. I do have a list of things that I know that I want to play. But as we get through some of these other things like Abiotic or now Vane, right? Some of these other things, then we can hop into some of these and at least check out some of these other games. Who knows how deep we'll go in them? But that is one thing that does kind of scare me. Though, I'm afraid I'm gonna jump into 30 days on a ship and I'm gonna be like, I just want to play this. And then all of a sudden we're at 12 different games that we're playing. Which right now we've already got probably too many going. So yeah, that is kind of my concern with that a little bit, but that's a good problem to have, I guess. I think that's a good problem to have. Let me drag this back on over. Boom. There's that. Let me get back to OBS. I can see all that. And let's spend a little bit more time in here. And then I do have two other trailers that I want to look at tonight. And we'll look at those in a bit. But what do you guys think of those games? Which out of those three, of Outer Worlds, the Heat Train deal, and the 30 Days on a Ship, which one did you guys like the most? Make sure we got some lights on up in here. James liked the 30 days on a ship. That looked very cool, for sure. That looked very cool. Oh wait, I've got food in here. Oh, some of this food, if not actually all this food. We can keep that stuff there, but this other food needs to go over. Yeah, it looked really interesting. We need up in here. See, this is getting tight to keep all this stuff organized. I almost need more chests. There's always needing more chests. Thanks, Petra. Thank you for stopping on in. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being a member. That is huge. Thank you so much, Petra. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. Did I have a light up in here? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Boom. Let's go check our crops to see if we can harvest our crops. Whoa. Was that us breathing heavy? All right, we can harvest now. Nice. And we need those onions. Let's get you, and I know I'm gonna get killed if I don't use these. I'm gonna absolutely destroyed if I don't wear the outfit. It looks ridiculous with the wolf on, but I like it. Nice. James, are there any new games coming out soon that really has you like, oh, I can't wait for that to come out? Whether it's either you know you're gonna like it and gonna play it, buy it day one and gonna play it, or something that's like, oh, I just want to see more of that. I want to see what that's about. Is there anything like that coming up for you? Okay, so we've got 60 seeds. Got 80 onions. So this is planting an onion. Now I want to plant a seed. We have tons of turnips, so I'm going to avoid the turnips. Wouldn't mind getting all onions. And again, no one has ever planted a more precise, beautiful, and perfectly spaced out garden than your boy right there. Than your boy right there. No one's ever topped it, ever, and no one's ever going to top it. All right, so we can do a few. Let's get a few of these going so we can get some more onions or more seeds. I think that's good. It is actually. I mean, like I said, no one does it better. It's just clear. It's just clear that no one does it better. All right, let's do some more as we work our way back. Let's see if there's more hunting we can do. What is my bow up to? 11. We were at 29 at one point, but all the deaths have really set us back on the bow. Big time. Big time. Stoked about Subnautica 2 until the drama. Oh, what's the drama? Because I know Subnautica has been highly requested quite a bit over the last year or so. And I'm considering it and thinking it with knowing that 2 is coming out, but what's the drama? I don't know the drama. I am not in the know. Although it does sound familiar, like someone might have mentioned it somewhat recently, but I have a feeling I forgot. Also, just to let you guys know, we talked about this either last week or the week before, but I am going to be looking into how we can watch basically movies or TV shows together as a group. We know we can't do it on YouTube. We talked last time, but I'm pretty sure people are able to do it on Patreon. I know Discord was brought up as a potential, but I am looking into that. With an ultimate goal of being able to watch Fallout Season 1 together, and then Season 2, when that releases in December. But obviously we're not tied to only those 2 seasons and that one show. That's something else we could do. That could be another benefit to being part of a member, right? So we can look into that also. But I actually not. We can't. I am looking into that as to how that works. Fusium just followed on Kick. That's interesting because Kick is not actually live right now. So not unless it's just a random. But add me on Discord so that I can join your next stream. Dude, you can just join the next stream. Or you could join my Discord. You can join the Discord. It's interesting that Discord was spelled that way also. Whoa, oh, all right, we're out of regular arrows, it looks like. Yeah, we are. Cretin decided they didn't want to pay out promised bonuses, so they delayed the early access and forced out a couple of top devs. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's not good news. Is this all recent, James? It sounds like it probably is. Yeah, and I do not know anything about that studio. Have they done anything other than Subnautica, before Subnautica? We need to make regular arrows. That name does sound very familiar, but it might simply be because of Subnautica. Man, I don't think I got that fan high enough. Give me a couple more seconds. 1 second. Don't know if it's me or if I just didn't get the fan high enough, but it's still pretty warm. This new PC, it's pretty loud. It's not like PS4 sounding like a Delta jet taking off loud, but and I think there's definitely some added warmth that was already there, but even more so. Soon the folks with MBA degrees get sticky fingers, start meddling in development, tend to lose interest. Yeah, but I mean, I'm with you, but I tend to be also being, we don't know the full story of a lot of things. So you may know more about that and all that and everything related to that. I don't. I'm just saying in general. I'm not talking to that situation specific. But I tend to, I don't know all the intricacies of the in and outs. I didn't put that in. All right, we got a foul smell. Here we go, blobbies. What's going on back here? Oh, it's a bear. We'll get back to that bear in a moment. Large mobile game catalog. Subnautica 2 situation is 1 or 2 months old. Oh. Maybe that's why I know the name, because of the mobile. They're doing a lot of damage to that bear, for sure. This will let us get our knife up. Hey, buddy. Away from the base. Get over here. I don't like them all bunched up like that, man. Do not have a lot of health going on right there. Not a lot of health. Boom. Health not needed. Oh, they do PUBG? Ah, okay. Like, I don't know anything specific, about PUBG, but I do know that game, obviously. Didn't realize that was the same developer. Interesting. Oh wait, we need these. No, we need these. Can't be obliterating those things. Let's go around the horn. We need to make sure we don't forget those things. I tried out PUBG about a year or so ago. Kind of I know what it's all about, and I know it was huge quite a few years ago. But it's an interesting game. I know it's not the same type of game, but I think I prefer DayZ over PUBG. Again, I know it's not the same. That's what I need to do. Is we need to do some PUBG at some point. Never tried PUBG? Yeah, I mean, it's a battle royale. It's interesting. You know, not the best graphics and all of that stuff, but it can be fun. I've watched people play it, and watching them, it can be really fun for those that know what they're doing. Also, when I tried playing it, was at a time where I was brand new to mouse and keyboard. So you guys think I'm horrible, you know, mouse and keyboard now. I mean, think of back then when I was brand new to mouse and keyboard. Ugh. It was ugly. All right, we need to put that paw away. And then there's a couple things I kind of want to work on, as in maybe we work on trying to build out the farm. I know I need to move the farm out further. This is already too small, but this is generally where we're going to put the farm. But if we build it out further, maybe we can start doing that. We also need to work on where we're going to move the boar pen to, which is going to be somewhere, I think, between here and the current boar pen. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. I also want to build out a path from here down to the dock. I also want to start working on a legit dock down there at the dock. We could go over to the new base in the plains and we need to do farming there also. Yeah, we need to get farming going there also. So we'll have to pop over there. Out of Great Dwarf Eyes. James, you get into any BRs? Like, I never got into Fortnite. Call of Duty's, I had a little bit of time with Call of Duty, and that could be fun. I'm horrible at it, but it's fun. I'm gonna do it, but my mind memory, my brain memory, my muscle memory went to every time I sleep I was gonna do this. But if you're on here right now, if you're on here live, you're already a member or a sub. So I don't need to do that for you. Although if anybody's watching in the future, if you're watching in the future and want to watch this live and partake in the fun live, there you go. And we do have a couple more trailers I want to watch tonight too. Or also. That's something I'm trying to work on. I say to a lot. I think I need to be saying also. I think also is the correct terminology. All right, let's get you there. So you are going to have to build this up. That might work. Played Unreal Tournament ages and ages ago. Got the whole Battle Royale thing out of your system for good, it seems. I never played Unreal. Now, this is going to be a stupid question. Is Unreal Tournament made by the same people that do Unreal Engine? Is it the same people? I'm assuming it is, right? So I think if we bring this out, and then we can always manipulate the land later. Although maybe we can't do it later. Maybe we can't always do it later. Nope. See, this is where this stuff gets tricky for me, of working this stuff out. I don't feel like that's actually gaining anything. Same people more than 25 years later made their own engine and built their own games with it, then eventually just started selling their engine to other studios. Okay, that was kind of my understanding, but yeah, I wasn't sure. Need stone. Yeah, that's an interesting path, right? More money and not saying easier, but you don't have to do game dev, and then it's more money to just sell the tech. Dude, why can I not get that up there? There we go. What are your thoughts, James? What's your thoughts on Witcher 4 being an Unreal and them leaving their own platform? It's kind of interesting. Or their own engine, I should say. we not have any other stone over here? Oh, that feels nice. So we might be able to just extend that on out. Either way, it's probably still going to be small. You know, not the size it needs to be. But at least for us, it's a start. Dude, that is beastly. That is beastly. This also makes me want to pull out the claws. You know what? Actually, I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's pull out the claws. Although I don't know what the claws count as, but the knife is only 8. The claws must be fists. It's only 10. Yeah, we'll stick with the knife for now. Hope is by offloading the engine development stuff, they'll be able to put more resources into the rest of the game dev pot. Yeah, you would hope so. And especially since the thing that I think really helps them is the fact that Unreal is working like hand in hand, step by step with them. So I think that's a big deal versus, and I think they're going to, I think the development of Witcher 4 is going to help Unreal as much as Unreal is going to help the Witcher 4. But I know there's a lot of people, and there's growing sentiment like daily, that absolutely hate the Unreal Engine. So maybe them working step in step with whatchamacallit, with CDPR, can kind of help get through some of those growing pains of the issues that Unreal has. You would kind of hope, but only time will tell. But I mean, look at Cyberpunk though, man. It's like they dialed it in. Like Cyberpunk ended up being awesome, and then you're taking that away just for a new engine already. You know what I mean? But I'm with you, and I'm guessing that is their hope also. Looks like we're going to have an inconsistency here either way, potentially. Yeah, huge fingers crossed, because that's... So here's the thing. You know, the thought process obviously for us is like, that's a big deal, right? Because that's a huge franchise. That's a huge franchise. And you'd be like, well, they can't mess it up. But we saw what they did with Cyberpunk and then fixed it over time. And then something I was not aware of at the time, though, was that Witcher 3 had a ton of issues also. So, I mean, not necessarily the great track record with launches, I guess you would say, right? But a pretty stellar track record with fixes, I would think, right? That's what we're looking at. But how long can you live off the fact that you can just fix it? And of course, people get more finicky and finicky every year. And to some degree, rightfully so. To some degree, rightfully so. Dude, I can't get this supported, man. It's either we do something like that, which I think I'm fine with, although that doesn't quite go to the top. Actually, that door won't work that way, will it? That might be all right. That might be all right. Carol Allen, sup. Hey, buddy, how are you doing, Carol? Haven't played this game yet, but seems pretty interesting. Oh, Valheim's a great game. Valheim is a great game, and technically, right now we're doing a members only stream, member/sub, which we call our herd only stream. So it's a little more. We're doing a little more laid back, just kind of just hanging out, chilling, not doing anything overly important, so that way, once it goes live on Sunday, the general public, they don't miss out on the content today, but it'll go up live for them. But because I'm newer on Twitch, we're not able to do sub only on Twitch, which is why Twitch is wide open to the general public right now. So welcome on in, Carol. What do you say? Should give it a try? Oh, heck yeah! And it's only like $20 or $30. I think it's $20. Now, I would probably recommend, because it's on Xbox and it's on Steam. I think I would recommend doing Steam, if you have Steam, because just a few weeks ago, they came out with a player test version of Valheim, and that was only on Steam. That was not available on Xbox. So if you want potentially in the future access to stuff like that, I don't know if that's the way it's been done in the past, but I would definitely. I moved over to Steam for that exact reason. Yeah, so today we're getting a little bit more of a laid back kind of deal, doing things a little different than we normally would on the channel today because it's a herd only stream, but it is currently live for everybody on Twitch. So I got like on these streams we do things a little differently, as in like we'll check out some trailers, and we're gonna check out some other trailers here in a little bit. We played Wordle earlier, we played Quirtle. Checked out some suggested games from the Discord earlier that we don't normally do during streams. So yeah, a little bit different. And it's fun. All right, so I think this is gonna be our farm. This is gonna be our farm. So we can probably start moving a lot of that stuff over. This is gonna be the basically kind of like farm shed type deal. So I need wood for that. Yeah, I think we only need the one. We actually, you know what? We might want either two or this. Do I have the 2 iron? I don't think I have the 2 iron. Because we need to combine that chest over there and this chest. I mean, we could have 2, but I'd rather have 1 if possible. Kara, what type of games do you like to play in general? Do we have any iron? I don't think we do. Oh, we do. Oh, it's fine wood. It's 10 fine wood. All right, let's sleep, and then we'll see. We might not have the fine wood. We might have to go out looking for the fine wood. We've got it. One second. There we go. I want to keep this. I want to try and keep this one lit because I love seeing this as we come through that door. Do we just do it right back? So once again, I wish I could see a little easier. Actually, you know how we do that? You know how we do that? We do that by, do we want to go the blue? That's going to use our iron, but we can always get more. Invalid placement, eh? Why is it invalid placement? Oh, because it's in the because it's a ground thing. That's why it's invalid placement. I want this thing. Ah, we need copper. Do we have copper? Oh, is there not a blue eye version of this against the wall? There is not. I guess we could do in the corner. I don't know if I like that though. Let's see if we got copper. We do. How many was it we needed? 2. So this is we are going to have major issues with a roof here. I don't know how we're going to figure out the roof. Because look at what we were doing in the plains, and it's like a fraction of the size of this. So that's going to be a thing. It might end up ruining this entire thing. We'll see. I guess only time will tell, right? Only time will tell. Do I want to go up there, halfway through, or right on the line? Evidently, I wanted to go halfway up. Let's see if we can't make sure this is as flat as possible. And I probably, maybe even should build out a little flooring. Oh, how do we miss that right there? If we were going to do a flooring... Do we do something like that? I mean, but then we need stairs to get up to that, which I don't know if I like that idea. We'll go with it and see how we feel. I know I'm also going to be wanting a few of these, which we're going to need bronze nails and more fine wood for each of those. How are we looking on bronze nails and more fine wood? We do need to plant more trees, for sure. 2 bronze nails is all we got. What do we have? Do we have more bronze? 1. What do we need for the nails? How many do we need for the nails? Just 1 gives us 20 more nails. I mean, what else are we going to use that 1 bronze for? Because we do have a few things we need to hang up. So we'll come back here. We'll grab the goods from here. Actually, we probably should. Let's drop off some stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to get this turned into an armory. But we got to move the boar pen. Oh, I forgot to make actual wood arrows. Whoa. All right, so you come, you come, boom, 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 boom. Can't do all that. Let's go ahead and leave you, actually let's leave you there for now. We'll bring those. We'll come back and get, actually, you know what, let's keep do those. Get another stack of those. And then we'll get this stuff eventually at some point. No huge hurry. And I think once we get this stuff in, get the 2 things hung up, we'll take a look at those 2 new trailers that I want to check out today. We'll check those out in just a few moments. Again, that is part of the herd-only streams. Also, if you are watching this in the future and maybe missed it earlier when I mentioned, so herd-only streams are for members on YouTube and for subscribers on Twitch. Although right now we cannot do sub-only on Twitch, so at the moment it's completely wide open for all Twitchers to join in and have fun. But it's for the, like I said, the herd-only, and then it will go live to everyone on YouTube on Sunday. So we want 2 of these. Do I want 1 on each side? Do I want both over here? So many questions that I just do not know the answers to. Of course, the scythe has to go there. Nice. Tons of turnips. Let's come back here and grab all of our tree bits. Put those in here. So I think I'd rather probably, you know what? Let's get the seeds over here. We keep it a row for onion seeds. Oh, we also have ivy seeds. Maybe we do that. The nails can go back unless, can we, you know what? No, I'm fine with that. Yeah. What if we hang up the hoe? Or do we just keep the hoe on us? We'll keep it on us for now. Need to get one more, at least one more of those for here, I think. If not, maybe 3 more, or even 5 more. It's either that or we do maybe like a pad on, I mean, do we extend this out? So that we can do those on the outside also, a little further out? I don't know, that's all things to be thinking of. Put that raw food away, then we'll check out those trailers. Sweet, let's get a save in just in case. Nice. All right, so there's 2 trailers I wanted to check out. One is a game we're already playing. We just started recently. But I wanted to check it out in case anyone has not joined in on it yet. Because this game is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This is Vane. We started this past weekend. The reason why I want to call this out is because, like I said, it's absolutely insane what this game is. It's a dev team of 2. Like I've said multiple times, if this was a dev team of 10, 50, or 100, it would be amazing. But this is 2 people doing this on their own time, and the level of complexity and how depth the mechanics are is insane. So I wanted to check this out. Again, we're already been playing it. We have 2 streams live right now on YouTube that you can check out. But in case you have not seen it yet, you need to check this out, and then join us on the next streams. But this is their trailer. This came out 3 months ago. We're going to give it a like right now. Trailer number 1. The crafting is good. I mean, when you get into a car, you have to turn on the lights, turn on the ignition. You can turn on the heater, the air conditioner. I mean, roll down windows. I mean, it's insane. And I'll admit, it took me probably the first half hour or so of struggling and still learning the mechanics. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, I like this, but I don't know how cool it is for the stream, but I'm enjoying it. And then we just hit a point where I think even Roland was like, yeah, I don't know how I was feeling about this, but I'm liking it now. Has crafting, you have to eat, drink, cook. I do not know how long they've been working on it, but it's insane. There's so many settings for you can make it as hard as you want. I actually went in the other night just for like a little bit, and I put it on the hardest setting, and I couldn't last more than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's Vane, and like I say, we've got 2 streams already. If you've not checked it out, you gotta go check that out, man. It is so good. Highly recommend. Steam only, I believe. PC only, I believe, and I'm pretty sure Steam only. But it's not even early access yet. It's technically only in demo mode, with early access coming soon. But and there are glitches and they even tell you that there's gonna be glitches. But I haven't noticed many at all. So that's why I say it's so well polished for being a demo. And the demo, I believe, unless we find out at some point, it's like nonstop. You can play it forever type deal. Now the second trailer I wanted to watch is, I don't know if you guys are fans of, but I'm a huge fan of the Dark Anthology, the Dark Pictures anthologies. We have playthroughs of all the previous ones on the channel. This game, Directive 8020, comes out at the end of this month. We will be streaming this, but this is one of those type of games where some QTE events, you got to make decisions, and your decisions have consequences, stuff like that. And they do throw in a little twist in this version, in this game. I don't know how I feel about the twist, and I also don't know, or a twist mechanic, I should say. I don't know how I feel about it, where you can rewind time and change your decision. Don't know how I feel about that, and I don't know if we'll use it. We'll see. But I'm generally not a fan of that. But let's check out Directive 8020, coming out the end of this month.
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner. Those things could change shape.
So we've got a sci-fi based thing, or theme.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please.
I just enjoy these type of games. So we'll be playing, like I said,
went different.
the end of the
I'm
month.
Will Doyle, creative director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices.
I don't think I like
All
that.
our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survival mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this, man. I love these games. So we've already did what it was like. What, Little Hope? There was Man of Medan. There was what's the third one? What's the third one? I can't remember the name. But we got playthroughs on all of them so far. But it's the same group that brought you The Quarry. They also brought you Until Dawn. So it's those type of games, and it's basically super massive. I think that brought all of those. But this is part of their Dark Pictures anthology, which I've enjoyed them all. The acting could be a little hokey at times, but they're fun, man. They're fun. And James is saying it's fun too. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the rewind thing. It might be kind of interesting, and maybe every once in a while. But you know what? Maybe there's some. Maybe we do this to where you guys can because usually I like to play a game and hey, what happens happens, right? So I don't save scum. I don't like save scumming because it's hey, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out, and we move on, and that's the experience that we had, right? So that's obviously the same way here, but maybe we can do something to where we do that, and then we could throw up a poll. Hey, do you guys want me? Do you want me to go back and try this? Right? Do you want to come back and then like what option do you want to take or something like that? Maybe we can do something like that. We've never really done anything like that on the channel. That could be kind of fun though. But James, have you played these games before from the Dark Pictures anthology? I'm looking forward to it. Oops, that is the wrong tab. So I wanted to show that. So again, kind of let you guys know that we will be playing it, and then I will have to be putting out there, like a post on YouTube and maybe even Discord of, hey, this game's coming up at the end of the month. If you want to catch up, although the stories are completely different, they're not linked at all. At least I don't think there's any kind of link in between them. You never know. They could all be in the same world of some sort, right? You never know. You don't have to watch them, but just to kind of get in the vibe, in the mood type stuff, right? Oh, you were referring to Vane. Oh, okay. All right. My apologies. My bad. It's all good. We need to get that there, and we need to get those two things put away. I thought those were the same. All right. We actually probably should be growing some of these. Yeah, let's grow some of these. Which I think I need the cultivator for, right? Makes sense. Hold E to take. There we go. Yeah, Vane is a great game though. Vane is an amazing game. It's insane, man. It blows me away what they've done with that. You'll see about so when you say that is that like you just don't really feel about, you're not generally a fan of those games, or do you think that one, like maybe you've liked the other ones but you got concerns about that one? All right, those are all those seeds. Let's put this on back. Let's pull up the hoe. And then let's see if we can't get this leveled. We need stone. So we do have about 30 minutes left, 25, 20, 25, 30 minutes left in this herd-only stream. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? And always, these games are always, or these streams are always open for comments, questions, feedback, whatever you guys want to chat about. Don't know, want to play, not seen any of the others, so I'll wait until I see it. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But that's also why I'll be posting links to the other ones on YouTube, because we've got them all on the channel. But I know it's not easy for people to go searching, so I'll post the links to them. YouTube, in combination of YouTube and Discord, so people can start checking it out. And they're not overly long. They're not like hundreds of hours long games. They tend to be about, I think, like maybe 20, 25. I guess depends on how slow you are. You know, I'm a slow player. You know, I'm a slow player. And then, but there's puzzles, right? So there's puzzles you got to solve. Let's head on up and sleep. But they are the type of games where they are very much story-based, you know, not a ton of action. There'll be some action from time to time, but it's mostly story-based, running around, searching, investigating, puzzling, stuff like that. Thought the latest Baldur's Gate sounded great, but until you saw gameplay, definitely not your style. Yeah, so is it the top-down and that you're not a fan of, and like the turn-based? Because I'm the same way. Although I'm definitely open to checking out some of those games at some point, and that would definitely be one to check out. But I think the first one we might do of that style, in that vein, pun intended, might be Fallout 1, potentially. But Baldur's Gate probably should be the one. Let's go collect all those shinies out there while the sun comes up, maybe, hopefully. Woo! All around her. Hey, buddy, if you're out there, thanks for stopping on by. I want to get this. I want to get our. Oh, we're low on health because I have not been eating. We're gonna die. I've not been eating. That's what happens when you get in build mode. I don't eat. But I want to get our... Whoa, and we got one of these guys. And we got a troll. Dude, that health is going up slow. But I want to get this our knife up. Well, that's one way. This is one way to do it. Health don't matter. Turn-based thing really throws you for... Yeah, I'm generally not a fan of the turn-based, nor like having parties, right? I don't like to manage a party. But again, part of this journey for me is right to be checking out different games that I would not normally check out. To learn and experience, which is the most important piece, but also secondarily, and just as important, you know, an effort to grow, right? To grow the channel and grow as a gamer? Do you grow as a gamer? I mean, who knows? Maybe it ends up being my most favorite type of game to play. I've just never done it before. All right, I think we're looking like we're pretty level around here. Let's grow some more seeds. I don't really need any more turnips, though. Although, you know what? Let's throw these down. Actually, we gotta get rid of some stuff. I was gonna say, let's throw down those 47 in an effort to just get rid of the seeds. We have tons of turnips for the time being. See, another reason why I don't think I ever got into that stuff in the past either was because I was always such a console, right? And those type of games I think are they're more geared towards PC, right? All right, before we start looking at all of that stuff, give me about 82 seconds and I will be right back. All right. We are back. 82 seconds on the dot. As always. Do we have... Oh, we need to put away the coin. You know what? We can get the coins later. Don't have much time left in this stream anyways. Get you up in there. All right, so I did want to bring out... See if we can't get all of those. These are technically our backup seeds, but we're going to have more seeds coming back. That does kind of worry me, though. Let's do some carrots. Let's do 50 carrots, and then that leaves 50 back up. Don't know about those ivies. Oh, that's right. I need to cultivate first. Ah, forgot about that. Cultivate. Nice. Nicely soiled. We might do this a little, slightly nicer. We'll see. We'll see. At least maybe this first time. A little nicer than we normally do. So I still need to fix, get fix underneath there. All right, so that's all the turnip seeds. Nice. Throw down some carrots. Oh, we never went over to the plains and farmed over there. That's a small one. We could do that pretty quick. This is going to give us a ton of carrots. Uh-oh. Did I hear a troll? Thought I heard a troll. Don't know if I'm liking that back there. I'm kind of thinking about maybe moving it over here. So we have one on each side. That might make more sense. All right, let's head over to the plains base. I think is 9. Base 9, and then we'll farm that. Then that should be rolling us right into our abiotic stream tonight. Pretty close to it, at least. I'm kind of thinking, you know what? I purposely not put that up there, so we're not sleeping under that ghastly thing. Didn't bring the farm clothing. This is the other thing we need to work on another stream is tilling all this out so we can extend the wall out. But that's gonna be tough, man, because I don't want the wall to be floating. I don't want it to be crazy angles. So I don't know, that's gonna be tough to do. But we do need to extend this, and I do want to have this place completely encircled or enclosed. I just got 33 and 46. I think I've just been kind of going along and getting what we can, throwing down what we can, and then processing the rest. Gives us a little bit. A little bit. $26 flour. That is so cool. I like that. We do have a little bit more in there. Actually, the flax, no, the barley, we got 18 flax. Let's bring back a little more of the flax. We'll start getting that spinning. Nice. Boom, look at all that flour. That's a record amount of flour for us. I like it. But we are definitely in need of carrots, so that's perfect timing for getting those carrots going. This is why we've got tons of these, don't really need these. Yeah, and then we're starting to look good on the onions. We want to make some onion soup. So if we made the onion soup, it's 3 per, but can't we use the onions in something else? The wolf skewers. We could make a decent number, a few of those. Alright, we're able to make 3. That's better than nothing. Do need to get up and get some more wolf meat though. Oh wait, these go over here. No, they don't. Mushrooms do go over here. Nice. We also need more mushrooms. I need to be on the lookout, but that's part of my part of this circle that we've been doing is going out, hunting that way, and then circling back along this way. And there are some mushrooms we can pick up along that way. So since we only got about 5 minutes left or so, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. See what we can get. But once again, guys, thank you. I appreciate it for all of you that are members. I appreciate everyone. So even if you're watching this in the future and you're not a member on YouTube or a sub on Twitch, appreciate all the support. But definitely the members on YouTube and the subs on Twitch. So the herd, that is huge, man. You guys do not know how much that means, how much it helps. So thank you much. And like I've always said, I want to be able to try and we can get this stuff already. We'll get this next time. I do want to be able to try and make the memberships and the subs as beneficial as possible. So I am always open to ideas for what we can add to the benefits for paying for a membership or a sub, for being a part of the herd. So don't hesitate to let me know. if there's things that you guys have seen on other channels, or just even if you haven't seen them, and you're just like, this would be cool. How about this? I'm open to all of that. So yeah, I'm always open to that feedback. Let me know any kind of feedback, actually. But yeah, your support is huge. And like I said, even if you're just, hey, all I can do is lurk. Lurking is greatly appreciated. Even if you can't lurk, and all I can do is I can click on the video and just give it a view, or even just a click and a like. That is greatly appreciated also, because that goes a long way. So thank you as always, guys. It's huge. This little ride that we're so it was the end of June when I lost my job. So let's say through July, August, and we're about 2.5 months in, where I've been streaming every single day, with the exception of 2 days, every single day, and been enjoying this ride of trying to grow this channel, grow this community, having fun with you guys, getting to know all of you guys. It's been amazing, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do in the future. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of stuff out here right now. Maybe it's because we already got it. So member benefits, not only is it the access to this video live, this stream live, we also get early access to regular videos. So like right now we have Fallout 4 and Fallout London coming out episodically. You get early access to those. So and I think that early access to those is going to be at least a couple days, but it'll stretch out over time as I get ahead again. Now that we got the new PC, as I get ahead, it could eventually get up to about, a few weeks early to, we still need to make more arrows. A few weeks early to, maybe even a couple months early, which is kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy because you guys, members, have access to a video as soon as it is scheduled. And I don't think these mushrooms did not come back either. Love to get to a level on this bow where it pulls back quickly, but it's going to be a long time, especially the way I do corpse runs makes it difficult, for sure. What's that shiny inside? Oh, is it inside the wall? We got it, stone, nice. Looks like another little thing I need to clean up right there. Also, we got about 3 to 5 minutes left, so we only got a couple minutes left. The redirect is already set up to take you into Abiotic Factor, which we will be playing as soon as this ends. And that game, oh man, what we got into last night was crazy. I can't believe it. I just don't know how that game keeps getting better. It's pretty insane. But it'll take you right there. As long as you have autoplay on, it will take you straight to the next stream. If you do not, a box will pop up. Just click on that. And even if you do not plan on watching it, if you could at least click on in or get redirected on in and give the stream a like, that would be greatly appreciated also. So let's go ahead and get some sleep in, get our save in, and then we'll be hopping on over. So that'll give me a couple minutes to make sure the stream is up and ready. And I gotta update some stuff. I gotta change the thing on Twitch. Give me a few seconds break to get something to drink. So let's see. That should be a save for us. Yeah, less than a minute ago. Let's go ahead and quit on out of that. And we're going to call that a herd stream, y'all. Once again, thank you. I have no idea how much the support means. Thank you much. We'll see you in the next herd stream, which will be next Wednesday. It is every single Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So we'll see you in that next herd stream. But we'll definitely be seeing an abiotic here in just a few moments. Later, y'all.